It is August something. Wait, it's not August, it's October. Why am I still in August? August was like 2 months ago. What's going on here? It is October. It is autumn, I think. I don't know when is the official day of autumn. It probably passed. I just don't remember. And it is finally cuddle weather, but not really because it's 90 degrees because I live in California and it sucks and there's no such thing as autumn or winter. But guess what? It's still cuddle weather. Just kidding. There's no such thing as cuddle weather. But the only reason why I'm bringing up cuddle weather is because I wanted to talk about like romancy and love stuff and just stuff that I have absolutely no experience in, because that's the kind of person you want advice from, right? You want advice from people who have absolutely no knowledge or experience in the topic that you're getting advice about. But I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it anyways, just because it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. I'm slurring my words. Some people started asking me for like advice and romance and stuff. I think it's because I wanted to draw a really cutesy picture, and I was like, you know what, let's do something a little cute. And people were like, give me advice on this, and I was like, okay, sure, why not? I mean, that's what I'm here for. Just letting you know this isn't like the best advice, and you should take it with a grain of salt because, again, no experience, but whatever. I am 22 years old. I have never actually been in an official relationship. I've had some things that were like close, but it never became official. But even though I was never in an official thing, I've learned quite a few things that I am really glad that I did. You learn a lot from like failed things, by the way. You learn a lot from failure, not just in like relationships and love life wise, but just like any failure, you learn a lot. So don't be afraid to fail. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. So to give you a little backstory on like what I have gone through, I guess. I've had a lot of crushes on people throughout my life. I am I appreciate attractiveness. My crushes were never like super duper deep or anything, because I usually, well, like most people, I would notice their physical appearance first, and then I would get to know them. Except the thing is, for a majority of my life, I have been super shy, like just the shyest person, so I would never actually get to know their personality because I wouldn't talk to them because I was nervous. Also, I just didn't talk to a lot of people, no matter whether I had a crush on them or not. I was just super shy. But starting like in high school, I kind of started talking to people of like all genders and sexualities and age and whatever. I was like slowly getting out of that. And college as well. College I did a lot better. Now I'm just like way better, even though I'm still considered really quiet. But like whatever, it's been worse, so I can take it. So yeah, I had a lot of crushes, but throughout my whole life I've only like really fallen for somebody twice. Like different somebodies, by the way. It's not the same somebody. That's just a big mistake just waiting to happen. I hope that never happens to me. But I've only fallen for 2 people like really hard. And is that the airplane again? Who is up there? I'm mostly going to be talking about the first person that I really fell for, just because it's in the past and they don't watch my videos. I hope. The second person, I'm just going to keep that to myself. I'll talk about them later. So the first person I really fell for, I met them at 16, and we were best friends for like 2 years before anything happened, and I was immediately attracted to them like from day one. It was actually an online thing, which I know some people just don't agree with or don't believe in, and to be honest, I did not believe in it at all back then, until it happened to me. And then I was like, wait a minute, it totally is possible to fall for somebody when you never met them. Wow, what a crazy world we live in. I hate this. It is the worst. Long distance relationships I could never ever do if it was like a long-term thing. If it was like for a while, then fine, but oh my god, long distance sucks. Anyways, things obviously didn't work out. Eventually, after 2 years of just jealousy and pain and stuff, because, you know, they were getting into relationships without me, I was just like, you know what, I just gotta do this. It was 3 a.m., which is the worst time to be talking to me, because I get very just honest and emotional at 3 a.m., so don't if you want to know my secrets and stuff, go ahead and talk to me then, but just I don't want to. But yeah, it was 3 a.m. and I was like, you know what, I gotta tell you this thing. And then I did. And then yeah, but things obviously did not end up well. It was a very bad time. I was absolutely heartbroken. But yeah, and so I'm going to talk about that a little bit and like what I learned from it, and then some other advice things. So one of the biggest things that I learned from that failed thing, whatever it was, is that, so okay, depending on what it is, of course, but if you want different things, usually it's not going to work out. And I don't mean different things as in like one person wants to get McDonald's and the other person wants to get like Jack in the Box. That's like little things that don't matter, but like really big life things that like you cannot agree with sometimes might that feels weird to say. Okay, what I mean by that is I really wanted to be in a relationship with them. Like I would tell them like I want this to be official and I want, you know, labels, and I want this, and they did not want that at all. They were like, nope, I am not looking for an official thing with you, blah blah blah. And that should have been a sign to me that was like, okay, they clearly don't want this, you know, like a serious relationship kind of thing with me. Maybe I should look for somebody that is ready for that or that wants that. But I didn't, because I, in my little puny mind, thought maybe I can change them, you know, maybe birds. Maybe I can convince them, maybe they'll fall for me enough that they're gonna be like, you know what, I want you to be my girlfriend, Leslie, and I'll be like, heck yeah, and then things will go great. But it obviously didn't work out like that. From the very end, they didn't want anything like that. So that's just something that I learned, that, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's probably not going to work out. Again, there's a lot of different things that can, you know, that it's not a big deal, but something like that, it's just kind of like, okay, well, Another thing that I learned, which is also like a really big thing, is personal space. That I think that is actually the reason why it didn't work out, which was, it was my first time actually really being into somebody, and I didn't give them enough personal space, and I'm pretty sure that drove them away. Like after it ended, I knew, I was like, God, how embarrassing, how I had no respect for it. I had no self-respect. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like I wanted to talk to them all the time and be with them all the time, and obviously that's just not how relationships work, because you're two separate individuals who work as a team, which is something else that I want to talk about. But people need personal space, and you have to have personal space for yourself as well. Even though you really, really want to spend all your time with them, you need to give them a break, and you need to give yourself a break, and to, I was gonna say regenerate. I guess it's regenerate. I don't know. Give each other that time to themselves and to be their own person. Okay, so moving on from that is being your own person. I hear a lot of things with the relationships being like, you are two half of one person, or I need to find my other half, or whatever. I don't believe in that. I believe in that you should be your own person. It should be two individuals who find each other and fall in love and want to be like a team and want to be partners, and like, yeah, that's how I feel like relationships should be. And I'm not necessarily saying it's bad to think like you're two halves as one person. I mean, I can get why that would seem something that you want. I don't know, it's like romantic and so, I don't know, cute or whatever. I don't know why people like it, but like I don't want that, because I feel like that's how I felt in my first not relationship. And it just didn't work out because I was depending on them too much for my own happiness and stuff like that. Just dumb BS like that. And I don't ever want to feel like that again. I've learned a lot from that, and it obviously didn't work out. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to better myself, and I got to learn from this, and so that the next time I fall for somebody, I won't make the same mistakes. And I think I'm doing an okay job. I'm not sure though. But I think I'm doing a lot better than I did my first time, because the first one did not last long at all. Going on from like doing better from stuff and learning from my past failed thing, one thing I want to talk about is self-love, I guess. And I know there's this whole thing about like you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself. That's too strong of a thing to believe, I think, because there's a lot of people who don't necessarily love themselves 100%, but they can still fall in love with somebody else and they can still love somebody else unconditionally. But at the same time, I do think you need to love yourself at least a little bit. Love yourself at least to the point where you know what you deserve and you know what you don't deserve, I guess. And what I mean by that is, if you're being treated badly or wrong or whatever, you should love yourself enough to know, hey, I don't deserve this, I deserve something better. I'm not happy with this person, I don't have to stay with this person. But yeah, just have a little bit of respect for yourself, I guess. Relationships are supposed to be good, and they're supposed to make you happy, and they're supposed to help you grow as a person and to help somebody else grow as a person, and it shouldn't be super bad all the time, and you shouldn't be unhappy. And if you're not happy with somebody, maybe you should reconsider, like, why are you in a relationship with that person, and is it worth whatever you're going through? Are you super stressed out all the time? Are you just stuff like that. So always reconsider that. And that's definitely something that I learned from my first one too, because things were going very, very badly, very bad. I knew it wasn't going to work out, and yet I just liked this person so much that I kept hoping that it would, and it didn't, and it sucked, and I could have easily avoided months of just pain and torture, but I didn't, because I was just hoping it would work out. But oh well, you live and learn. So yes, so that's all I want to tell you. To those of you who I don't even know what this video is about. I guess it was mostly just advice on what I learned and stuff, but I hope this was kind of helpful a little bit to those of you who are getting into relationships or want a relationship. And to those of you who don't feel romantic love or sexual love or anything like that, you are totally valid as well, and don't think that there's anything wrong with you just because you can't relate to this or anything, So yeah, that's all I had to say. Anyways, thank you for watching. This was a great topic. I got a lot off my chest, and things are good. So I'll see you next week, hopefully. And this was a picture of my character Shay that I never drawn. She got flowers from Monica, the girl who likes her. Anyways, peace out. I love you. Be good, all lads. Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye. I love you. Okay, bye.